right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring your next warrior into the cage. Please welcome from Mexico, Cristian Quinonez.
It is Cristian Quinonez fighting out of Mexico and making his way down the ramp.
Yeah, exactly. I have Cristian Quinonez here, an amazing, one of the top prospects coming out of Tijuana, Mexico. He's from Zacatecas. One of the things that I really enjoy about him is that he's finished a lot of his fight. He trains with high-level competition in Tijuana in the gym Entram. Entram Gym Tijuana is known for some of the top caliber fighters coming out of Mexico. And so he goes up to Mexico from his hometown in Zacatecas. He goes up to Tijuana, trains with some of the best fighters in Mexico. And here he is, very confident, very young, undefeated fighter, and cannot wait to see this fight.
And please welcome his opponent from Egypt, Ahmed Faress.
And here he comes, Ahmed Faress. They call him the Prince. 13-1, fighting out of Cairo, Egypt. And a great prospect here. They say he gets the nickname because he's a big fan of Prince Nassim Ahmed. You remember how much of a showman he was back in the day. He was actually one of my favorite boxers as well. So he's an absolute showman, fighting out of Egypt. They have a nice little MMA scene in Egypt as well.
That's right.
A lot of fighters coming out of there, and I know he's very excited to continue that record. I mean, 13-1 doesn't get much better than that. It's a heck of a record for being so young in the game.
Yeah, this is really going to be the first test for Faress. So what he has to do is come in here and really prove that he belongs here in Brave. He's 13-1, like you said. One of the things I noticed about him in the weigh-ins, he is a monster compared to Quinonez. He's very muscular, very big, very tall and lanky fighter. I think he's going to give Cristian Quinonez a lot of trouble because of his just his physical size.
No, I agree. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. A little bit younger is Quinonez, but you take a look at the height, absolutely the same, but the reach advantage is going to go to Faress. Both men only have one loss on their record, so very, very talented. One man is going to have two losses at the end of this one. Should be very interesting. That being said, let's go to our official announcement. Let's get things started with the one and only Carlos Kramer.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next battle is in the bantamweight division for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing our first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner. He's a boxer with a professional record of 6 wins and 1 loss. He stands 175 centimeters tall and weighs in at 61.1 kilograms. Fighting out of Mexico, give it up for Cristian El Telon Quinonez. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is an MMA fighter who holds a professional record of 13 wins and 1 loss. He stands 176 centimeters tall and weighs in at a ready 61.6 kilograms. Fighting out of Egypt, give it up for Ahmed Faress.
And here we go. Scott Manhart's going to handle things inside of the cage, our head referee here at the Brave Combat Federation. And Cristian Quinonez and Ahmed Faress go into war. And it is time to get things started here. Our second fight here of our prelims, Brave 2 Dynasty. It is Faress in the white, and it is Quinonez in the red, white, and green, traditional Mexican colors.
Well, it's really good to see these two fighters go at each other. So watching this thing live.
Aggressive. This is good stuff already. We're already seeing a lot of action out of the two. And Faress has already got Quinonez up against the fence.
Oh, huge mistake here by Faress, taking Quinonez down like that. Now he's in his guard, and now he has to worry about getting those punches coming in from the top position.
Not a good place to be.
Nice. Quinonez is taking him nice up against the fence. He's going to put his head up there, pin him. He's got to watch out for the arm bars.
Exactly.
But I'm pretty sure he's well versed on and definitely looking out for that. Wow, Faress has got nice hips. And Quinonez is dropping some nice bombs from there.
Of course, Mexico had a nice outing at our last event at Brave 1 with Macio Folin with that incredible victory and the emotional speech afterwards. And try to keep things going here for Mexico.
Absolutely.
Is Quinonez.
Yeah, well, we had Ivan Lopez as well.
And I know you're pulling for him too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Ivan Lopez is a huge fan of them as well, and they came in there. And
you're right.
Big win from those guys. Quinonez is going to try to keep that winning streak for Mexico as well.
No doubt.
One of the things I like about this bout is when do you get to see in mixed martial arts, mostly you see regional promotions fighting, but when do you see Mexico versus Egypt? I think this is a very special thing to watch.
100%. We have a lot of countries represented on this card, 20 big fighters, and just fighters from all around the globe represented here in the Brave Combat Federation.
Nice
That's
movement.
kind of the staples of our promotion, is bringing all these different nations together.
Ahmed is showing some really good stuff on the ground. I mean, he's got really powerful hips. Quinonez is controlling very well. He's a very experienced ground fighter, and but Ahmed is able to really he almost had a sweep earlier.
As you can see, Quinonez sitting in that half guard, a good spot to be in to control your opponent. And Faress is having a hard time dealing with the top game of Quinonez right now.
Yeah, I think Quinonez did not like what he felt when they were standing up. So I think he's going to try to keep this fight here on the ground and try to get that submission.
Something I'm very impressed with the Bahraini audience here in Khalifa Sports City is they do respect the ground game, the jiu-jitsu game. I think that's KHK MMA and what's been fostered here for the last few years, but they actually enjoy watching the ground game. You don't hear a lot of booing that you do in other places.
That's right.
And I think that's great. That's cool fans.
That's an excellent sign that KHK is doing a great job in educating the public here on the ground game and jiu-jitsu, and really bringing in now this exciting match.
Oh, these two men right here are the pioneers that really set things going here. You and yourself as well. So
it's great to be a part of it. I'm very, very excited to be here tonight and be a part of KHK and Brave Combat Federation.
No, 100%. And once again, Quinonez is keeping that top game strong, and he's doing just enough not to get stood up here, and he's staying in control in that half guard.
It's a really smart game plan here by Quinonez. I mean, he's definitely, obviously, he's felt the ground. He knows that he's a better fighter on the ground, and as you can see, he's got his little tricks there where he's holding down and pinning down his arm while throwing down some really good left-hand shots.
Referee Scott Manhart watching very closely that they're not grabbing on to the fence and really working the elbow game. And like you said, he's staying busy. He has a strategy, he has a game plan, and he's sticking to it.
Yeah.
And that's how you win fights.
He's definitely not making this fight boring. Right? That's for sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, Quinonez here is just almost taking his back. There it is. Now he's got his back. He looks a little bit high. He might fall off.
Nice move.
Faress got a nice sweep, but Quinonez just reverses it. Wow.
Incredible. Just when you think Faress got out of trouble, he ends up with Quinonez on his back once again. And
one of the things I want to see from Quinonez here is make us a little bit more damage. He's really just kind of peppering, keeping cool, keeping control, holding him down. But now it looks like he's stepping it up, like he's trying to get that back control.
Just kind of backpacking on him, and Faress is having a really hard time.
Mounted.
Quinonez showing us something here. In round number 1, it has been all Cristian Quinonez.
Good. Now he's controlling that arm as he's trying to get in there. It looks like now there we go. Nice shot. He looks like that really stunned him.
Finally, Cristian Quinonez really went after it there in the final 10 seconds.
There it is. He's actually stumbling to his corner right now. Those last 2 shots were huge.
Yeah, he looks a little bit on rubbery legs right now, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. That's the kind of ground and pound that I was expecting from Quinonez. Some really solid shots. Here in the replay, you can see he's controlling him down, trying to throw some pops. Really, we're not causing a lot of damage with these shots. It wasn't until the end where he actually was able to really wobble him.
Definitely dealing out a little punishment. Cristian Quinonez in round 1. Take a look at the statistics once again for this big time bout in the bantamweight division. Both very big bantamweights too. These guys are real good sized bantamweights compared to most.
Yeah, and
they match up really well, but against other opponents, they're going to have that height advantage 100%.
Oh, absolutely. I think they're both the same height, same arm reach, and but man, you can just tell the physical difference with Ahmed, and I think that's why he's able to get those sweeps. He just powers out of them. He's very strong.
And he's got that sideshow bob hair going on. I appreciate that.
I love
Here we go. Round number 2 is underway here in this bantamweight matchup. A nice counterpunch by Ahmed Faress.
I'm really impressed by Ahmed Faress' ability to move those hands. Great.
He walked right into it. He's got a hold of that neck.
No,
but
he looks like he just slipped off,
yeah.
yes. And now here we go again with it. It looks like it's going to be another round of Cristian Quinonez.
Don't get too ahead of yourself here. But Faress does need to work on his scramble and get out of these situations because he had a hard time in round 1. You got to believe it's going to be the same in round 2 if he's willing to stay in that position.
Well, it looked like it. Well, if it's anything at the end of that first round, Cristian was able to really throw in some really solid bombs. Maybe we'll see some more damage this time.
Yeah. You know, and I think there's a lot of pressure. I mean, these guys want to come in here, all the fighters, to really show the matchmakers, to show the Sheik that they can finish fights. That's what the fans want to see, and that's going to give them staying power in the Brave Combat Federation.
Oh, that's right.
We want finishers. That's where it's at.
We are looking for the best up-and-coming prospects that are going to come and represent their country and represent where they're from and really come out here and do a good show and a good showing. And Cristian right now is doing an amazing job. He's pinning him down. He's holding him down. He just needs to create more damage.
Very comfortable in the half guard is Cristian Quinonez. Faress nearly gets away. He just isn't quite quick enough to get out from the reach of Cristian Quinonez.
There's a little bit of inexperience here on Ahmed Faress here, where he just needs to scramble out, get out. But his strength is just really helping him out in this fight.
Yeah. 13-1. So I mean, he's been down the road. He's been in a number of fights, but like you said, this is the first big
nice.
test.
He got mount now. He's mounted.
Oh, bad spot here
shots
for Faress, and now he's going to give up the back. And we saw the strikes from the back at the end of round number 1, and we're seeing a little bit of the same here.
Nice, huge bombs from the mounted position. And it looks like, you only get a couple. You're in the second round, you're mounted, and all your explosive power has been wasted, the entire round trying to just explode out.
He's in trouble. He's in a really bad spot right now. Anytime you get under full mount, you can't scramble out of half guard, you can't scramble when you have all your energy. That means you're in a really bad spot right now. And Quinonez is looking to put this fight away. Looking to make it impressive with our first finish of the night is Cristian Quinonez, El Thailand.
That's it.
And that's it. Scott Manhart stops the fight. Faress can take no more. And he is a bloody mess. Cristian Quinonez.
And Cristian Quinonez says, what's up? Great job. I'm really happy. Great performance by him. Mexico continues its winning streak.
I'm sensing a little bit of bias. Are we going to have to get somebody else here in this spot? But he's the only Mexican on the card this time, so right?
That's right.
So that's the end of this, right? So we're going to be down the middle for the rest of the night.
That's correct.
What a finish, though, by Quinonez. And Faress really tried out of the gate to show us something. But like you said, I mean, this is a big test for him, and it just goes to show how good Quinonez really is.
Yeah, Quinonez has got it.
Serious staying power here at the Brave Combat Federation. What a finish.
Wow, incredible. And he's so young, too. He moves on to 7-1 and does a great dominating performance against a much more experienced fighter and is able to secure the finish. That's a statement for the 135 division.
100%, a little bit of a dance at the end. Cristian Quinonez very, very nice victory. As we
At the same time, I'm still very, very happy with Faress' performance. He did a really good job. He showed that he has some really good hands. He just need to work on the stand-up,
And let's go to Carlos Kramer with our official decision.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what about that was? Referee Scott Manhart stops the fight at 2 minutes and 46 seconds of the second round due to strikes. For your winner in the blue corner, Cristian Quinonez.